Hi class, I just want to quickly show you a little bit about our online self and team evaluation system. So what the system is going to do is called Teammates. It's going to go ahead and send you an email when it's time to do a team evaluation. So you'll have to check in your FIU email, it'll be sent there. When you get the email, it's going to look a lot like this. I actually had to send multiples to me just so I could show you a full team, but it's going to look a lot like this. Hello, your name, the following feedback session is now open. It'll tell you the course, tell you the name of the feedback session. That'll be for modules 2 through 6. It'll tell you the deadline and then give you some quick instructions. Then there will be a unique link down here. When you click on that link, it will bring you to your own evaluation and no one else's. So everyone's going to have an individual link that'll bring you to your evaluation. When you click on that, the first time that you click on it, it will look a lot like this. You can log in with a Google account if you want to. It's not a bad idea. What it does allow you to do if you do that is allows you to keep track of all of your feedback throughout the course so that you can see all of your different things. You're not going to be required to if you don't want to, but it is pretty useful. So you'll go to a page that looks a lot like this, and if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see the team evaluation itself. So the first question is going to be about the estimated effort that everyone contributes. So what's going to say is it's going to be based upon this concept of equal share, and I posted up some stuff here, and you can also find basically the same information there. You're going to see each of your team members here, their names, and then you'll have to say how much work they did during this entire module. So think including the team discussion and the team exercise, think about their work on Slack, think about everything that everyone did. An equal share basically means that they did as much as everyone else did on average. So an equal share would be about a fourth of the work in a 4-person team or a fifth of the work in a 5-person team. And if you think they did more than their share, you can go up higher, and if you think that they did less than their share, it'll go down lower. One thing just to note is if you do happen to enter in something that's positive for everyone, says, hey, everyone did more than their share, the system's going to automatically normalize it. And so if you had everyone at plus 10%, for example, it'll say, oh, then that's actually what an equal share is, because everyone's doing the same amount. They're doing equal share of the work. Whether or not your team worked really well, this is all about comparative amounts, not about how well the team did overall. So you enter in these things, you can say some people did more, some people did less, and it's not an exact science, but get as close to it, like think back, reflect a little bit, get as close to it as you can. After that, the second question is also required. It's going to ask you to go ahead and give me some details on what you actually did. So it could be things like, I created the introduction to the team exercise, and so on. Just give me some details of what you did and how you contributed to the project overall. One thing you should note about this is that this will be visible to all of your teammates. So when you tell me about what you're doing here, they're also going to see what you say about that. And that just basically creates a little bit of consistency and a little bit of reliability among the team. After that, the third question is also going to be required. It's going to ask you to provide feedback to your teammates. So in this question, just note that you're going to see the rest of your teammates, and you're going to be asked to give them specific and constructive feedback as much as possible. They're going to see this feedback, they're not going to see who sent it, so it's anonymous, but please do not post anything that's really overly negative or hypercritical or things like that, and really focus on trying to offer suggestions of specific ways that they can improve on their teamwork in the future. Things like asking them to log in and provide comments earlier, asking them to make sure to go back over and provide a final edit, to contribute or volunteer for things. Whatever your specific suggestions are for them, try and make them specific, try and make them constructive. The more that you can help each other do this work, the better. The final question is optional. In this one, it's just tell me anything that you really want me to know about the team. You can tell me stuff about individual teammates that you didn't want to post elsewhere. You can tell me something about team dynamics that might be working well or not. You don't even need to write anything here. If you choose not to write anything, the system will still submit everything just fine. So there's no problems there. If you decide not to post anything, you can just leave that blank. But if you do want to tell me something confidential only to me, you can always send it there too. After that, you can just press submit feedback. It'll go ahead and submit it. It will tell you if you didn't answer number 4 that you did not answer that one. If you don't have anything to say there, don't worry, it won't impact your grade at all. It's not something that you need to worry about. Okay? So you just press OK. You'll have a copy of all of your stuff. You can still go back in and update it if you need to, or you can log off on this point. Then after the deadline for the evaluation is completed, you'll be sent a report with all of the feedback from your peers. You'll be able to see how they rated your contributions to it overall, and then we'll move on from there. So you can also take a look at the assignment sheet for the team evaluations to see more information on how it's graded. But the general idea is that you'll get some credit for completing the team evaluation each week, and you'll get some credit based upon the evaluations from your teammates. And I'll be reasonably lenient, but I want to create some reliability and some accountability to each other. So that's the basic idea. As always, send me questions on Slack if you have any concerns or just want to know more about the system or anything else, and I'll be happy to talk with you. Thanks.